Welcome to Sports Bios. I'm your host, Howard Closwell. Today, we're going to delve into the fascinating life of Steve Prefontaine, one of America's most iconic distance runners. Born on January 25, 1949, in Coos Bay, Oregon. Steve's early life was marked by a unique blend of athletic talent, family support, and small-town values. As we explore his formative years, you'll discover the experiences that shaped his character, fueled his passion for running, and ultimately set him on a path to greatness. Steve Prefontaine grew up in a close-knit family with his parents, Raymond and Elfrey, and his two siblings, Linda and Nita. His father, a welder at the local mill, instilled in Steve a strong work ethic and a love for the outdoors. The Prefontaines lived in a modest home on 5th Street in Coos Bay, surrounded by the picturesque coastal landscape of southern Oregon. This idyllic setting would later influence Steve's approach to training, as he often sought out challenging and scenic routes to test his endurance. As a young boy, Steve was always active, participating in various sports such as football, basketball, and baseball. However, it wasn't until he entered Marshfield High School in 1965 that he began to demonstrate a keen interest in athletics. Under the guidance of Coach Walt McClure, Steve started to develop his skills as a distance runner, quickly showing promise in cross-country and track events. His natural talent, combined with a relentless work ethic, allowed him to excel in multiple sports, but it was on the track that Steve truly found his calling. The historical context of Steve's early years is also noteworthy. The 1960s were a time of great social change in America, with the civil rights movement gaining momentum and the Vietnam War casting a long shadow over American life. Though these events may have seemed distant from the small town of Coos Bay, they would eventually shape Steve's worldview and inform his future actions as an athlete and advocate. In the summer of 1968, before entering college, Steve worked at the local mill, honing his physical strength and developing a deeper appreciation for the value of hard work. This experience, though seemingly unrelated to athletics, would later serve as a foundation for his rigorous training regimens, as he learned to balance intense physical labor with focused athletic pursuits. As we explore the early influences that shaped Steve's character and future path, it becomes evident that his family, coaches, and the rugged beauty of Oregon all played critical roles. His decision to attend the University of Oregon in 1969, under the tutelage of the legendary coach Bill Bowerman, would mark a significant turning point in his career, setting him on a trajectory towards greatness. With his strong family support, natural athleticism, and unyielding dedication, Steve Prefontaine was poised to take the world of track and field by storm. Upon arriving in Eugene, Oregon, Steve quickly became an integral part of the University of Oregon's track team, known for its rigorous training regimens and innovative approaches under Bowerman. The coach's emphasis on individualized training plans, which often incorporated running in the woods and hills around Eugene, resonated deeply with Steve, who found solace and challenge in these natural environments. This period marked a significant transformation in Steve's athletic career as he began to specialize in longer distances, particularly the 5,000 meters. One of the defining characteristics of Steve Prefontaine was his fearless approach to competition. He once said, "I don't just run to win. I run because it makes me feel alive." This mentality not only propelled him to victory in numerous collegiate and national championships, but also endeared him to fans across the country. His performances were marked by a rare combination of speed, endurance, and tactical acumen, which often left spectators and competitors alike in awe. Steve's impact on the sport extended beyond his impressive race results. He was an early advocate for athletes' rights, particularly in terms of fair compensation and better treatment from the Amateur Athletic Union and the National Collegiate Athletic Association. His outspoken nature on these issues sometimes led to controversy, but also contributed to significant changes in how athletes were viewed and treated within the sports establishment. The early 1970s saw Steve Prefontaine at the peak of his athletic career, with multiple American records in events ranging from the 2,000 meters to the 10,000 meters. His rivalry with other prominent runners of the era, including Frank Shorter, added an extra layer of excitement to his competitions, often pushing him and his competitors to new heights. An illustrative example of Steve's determination and resilience came during the 1972 Olympic trials, where he qualified for the Munich Olympics in both the 5,000 meters and the 10,000 meters. Although he faced disappointment in Munich, finishing fourth in the 5,000 meters, this experience only strengthened his resolve to continue pushing the boundaries of human performance. Throughout his career, Steve remained deeply connected to his roots in Coos Bay and the broader Oregon community. His humility and willingness to engage with fans made him a beloved figure, not just among track enthusiasts but across the nation. As he navigated the complexities of fame and the pressures of high-level competition, Steve Prefontaine's character was tested, revealing a depth and maturity that belied his young age. As we reflect on the remarkable achievements of Steve Prefontaine during this period, it becomes clear that his impact on track and field was not limited to his athletic prowess. He embodied a spirit of rebellion, a commitment to excellence, and a passion for life that continues to inspire new generations of athletes and fans alike. The legacy he built during these formative years would endure long after his competitive career ended, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. As the 1970s progressed, Steve Prefontaine continued to be a dominant force in track and field, setting numerous American records and competing at the highest levels. However, he also faced significant challenges, including a highly publicized feud with the Amateur Athletic Union over issues related to athlete compensation and control. This controversy led to a temporary suspension from competition, which not only affected Steve's athletic career but also took a toll on his personal life. Despite these challenges, Steve remained committed to his craft, continuing to train and compete with the same intensity that had defined his earlier career. He also became increasingly involved in the development of Nike, the fledgling shoe company co-founded by his coach, Bill Bowerman and Phil Knight. Steve's involvement with Nike not only helped to promote the brand but also provided him with a sense of purpose beyond his competitive career. Tragically, Steve Prefontaine's life was cut short on May 30th, 1975, when he died in a car accident at the age of 24. The news of his death sent shockwaves through the athletic community and beyond, as fans and fellow competitors struggled to come to terms with the loss of such a vibrant and talented young athlete. In the years following Steve's death, his legacy has only continued to grow. He's remembered not just for his impressive athletic achievements, but also for his rebellious spirit, his commitment to excellence, and his passion for life. The University of Oregon, where Steve competed under Bill Bowerman, has honored his memory with the Prefontaine Classic, an annual track meet that attracts many of the world's top athletes. Today, Steve Prefontaine is widely regarded as one of the greatest distance runners in American history, and his influence can still be felt throughout the sport. His story continues to inspire new generations of athletes, coaches, and fans, serving as a powerful reminder of the importance of perseverance, dedication, and living life to the fullest. As we conclude the story of Steve Prefontaine, it's clear that his impact on the world of sports extends far beyond his impressive athletic achievements. He embodied a spirit of rebellion, a commitment to excellence, and a passion for life that continues to captivate us all. His legacy serves as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we can overcome obstacles and achieve greatness through hard work, determination, and a refusal to accept anything less than our best. In remembering Steve Prefontaine, we honor not just his memory, but also the values he represented: courage, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to pursuing one's dreams. As we reflect on his life and legacy, we are reminded that the true measure of greatness lies not in what we achieve, but in how we live, and Steve Prefontaine lived a life that was truly extraordinary. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the remarkable story of Steve Prefontaine, an athlete whose impact on the world of sports will continue to inspire and endure for generations to come. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.